G'day guys, ZiggyD here. Today I am recording from the Path of Exile 3.0 alpha. This is several days before the beta goes live, and please be aware that as this is an alpha, portions of the game are incomplete. The following are some known issues that will be fixed by launch that you might see, and I might edit out some things that are still super unfinished. Some characters are missing voice acting, including NPCs. Most bosses are missing voice acting and are using temporary sound effects on their skills. Some of the monster skill visuals are temporary, and some of the boss fights are incomplete or still undergoing balancing, so just keep in mind what you'll be seeing here is not final. That said, in this video I'm going to be doing a playthrough of the rest of Act 4 and Act 5 for you guys, which I've seen some of this before when I did a trip to New Zealand, but I have not seen all of it, and very eager to see some of these guys and show it for some of you guys. Obviously, there's going to be massive spoilers here, and if you want a fresh first impression yourself with the fully complete content, then I highly recommend you wait until launch. Otherwise, for you guys who cannot wait and are okay with getting some spoilers, I hope you guys enjoy. So the story thus far, we have killed Malachi and the Beast under the mountains of Highgate. And as a result, we have effectively ended the corruption. Triumphant, we decide to try and return home, and we hear that a device atop Mount Veruso may be able to send us back to Oriath. So, with the man who exiled us dead, we prepare to climb the mountain and return home. Perhaps to, I don't know, start a farm or something. We'll see how it goes. Into the Ascent and Path of Exile's long-awaited first ever snow zone. Oh baby, here it is. I've been so keen for a snow zone. I will take some time to show you guys some enemies, close-ups and things like that as we play through. We've got some Vendigors with a V in here as well. We've got some Alpine Devils, ice versions of the fire goats from earlier acts. Looks like some of the ice goats fire ice spears, so as opposed to the fireballs from the earlier ones. And we do have some blackguards up here, different types of blackguard Jaegers. Some of them actually having crossbows. Crossbows do exist. These guys look like they fire caustic arrows as well. These guys look a little cooler than the earlier blackguards we've seen. I guess they're kind of in their like Arctic warm weather gear. These are the new Hellion art as well. The old Hellion art, I'm an evasion character, so it's going to be nice and easy for me to zoom in and show you guys characters, but this is the new Hellion art here, which looks far more like corrupted and menacing than the fire doges of earlier acts, but I know that in the earlier acts the art has been replaced as well, and the old art is used in some things like bosses and stuff. Got a lot of these Hellions around, let's blow some up. Solid. I won't be going into too much detail on mechanics, skill, and balance changes in this playthrough. This is going to more focus on the new content, new boss fights, and new monsters. So let's have a look at close up. Look at these Vendigos here. I'll try and kill some. Our character is reasonably powerful for this point. Oh, no chance. It looks like there's some zombified risen Jaegers as well. Just your typical zombie mobs, not too hard to blow up. Yeah, my character's reasonably powerful for this point, so we won't have too much problem with a lot of these mobs just here. Let me have a look at some of these Jaegers close up for you guys. The very distinctive emblems that we'll be seeing a lot of as we move forwards. Looks like as we ascend up the mountain a little further, we eventually get ourselves to a road. I'm not sure what has driven the ruts in this road. Perhaps like carts or heavy machinery has been dragged through here. But there is this rather awesome looking suspended bridge over this chasm here. Alright, I want to try and take a look at some of these Vendigos. Hopefully I can do so without killing them all, so I can have a look at some close up, because they look pretty terrifying. Oh, looks like we've got a boss Vendigo here as well. Zone boss, perhaps. Let's blow up his companions and take a look at this dude. So he's using Blade Vortex, a red version of it. The White Death, quick and resist cold. Let's. I want to kill some of these other mobs and have a bit of a close-up look at this dude. He's pretty spooky. They got this real kind of Slenderman vibe going on. Look, their entire arms and legs are just like blood red, and he's got this dripping blood down his long beard. Okay. Neat. Neat. Let's take him out. Looks like there was another bridge here, but it's collapsed, so we'll continue to follow the road then. Perhaps whatever's been dragged or pulled by a cart here will lead us to where we're heading. Well, no, the road comes to an end at this camp here. Okay. Ah, there is a small pass up here. Just a tiny trail further up into the mountain. You can see chunks of machinery and stuff now from whatever's been pulled up here, discards or remnants. Some like iron girders and things. There's a switch here. And here is what we've been looking for. The Resonator Machine. It's almost a shame. Well, no, it's definitely a shame that there's not more ice zone. We just get a little taste of snow. It's almost just like ZiggyD is teasing us with the snow because we get one zone and then we head into the city. But I'm gonna have a look at the Resonator instructions.
Captain Tavares, altitude is imperative to forging a stable connection with the prime resonator in Theopolis. Power source is equally vital. Locate a fissure in the mountainside and lower a conductive cable into it. The deeper, the better. It will take an immense amount of thaumaturgical energy to execute the successful disintegration and transmission of objects, both inanimate and animate, between Highgate and Theopolis. For that kind of power, we must tap the origin. I needn't remind you of the consequences should either of those elements prove deficient. That is why I would like you, Tavares, to be the first to test the resonator once it is operational. Accountability is a perfect counterweight to ambition. High Templar Dominus.
Ooh. You're gonna build this, but you're gonna be the first to test it. You go through first, in case you just fall down as a chunk of giblets on the other side, I suppose. That is, I would say, a fair point. Let's go ahead and open the resonator. Click the lever. Chunks of ice falling off of there. Now, I actually know, so it sounds like they've lowered the cable into the heart of the power that has been flooding through and corrupting Rayclast, and have tapped that to create this resonator. And interestingly enough, that's actually what created a lot of things like skill gems and stuff. The rivers flow down from the mountain, and skill gems infused with this power, this like corrupted power or something, is like wash up on the shores and, you know, get collected and disseminated and affect everything on the island. So or on the mainland, I should say, on the continent. So that's a little bit of a tidbit I learned, and it's interesting how this ties into it. All right, let's head into the next act. Ah, who's this up here? Oh, the old thumb across the throat. Okay. I'll see you later, bro. Sounds like we'll see him later. Alright, here we go. So this is the first zone, the prequel zone before we get to the next town, which is the slave pens. Let's go take a look through the slave pens, shall we? It sounds like there's already fighting happening. And indeed, some enforcers just put down some slaves. Let's blow up some of these dudes. Lightning arrow is going to be pretty effective in here. Oriath Enforcer. Let's have a look. This guy uses Sunder from the looks of it. I love their armor and like the coloration and everything. Looks freaking awesome. Sorry, bro. Evasion build. As I said, evasion build is going to be perfect for taking a close look at some of these mobs, because they're, you know, not going to be able to hit me. Here's the truth extractors, which looks like fully equipped torturers, and they seem to be, their life seems to be about the torture because their arms have actually been replaced with torture devices. These guys throw little bouncing frisbees, and there's also guys with like scythe hands and hooks and saw blades and things like that. It is very true to form, the Path of Exile, quite dark. Looks like there's some hounds in here as well. Purge hounds. I guess they release them just to clean up afterwards. Look at the hands coming through the grates. And they like sink down as you walk over them. Don't step on their hands. The dog's out a little bit. Noticing these blood X's painted everywhere on the floor and on the walls and things like that. Perhaps a sign of things to come. A mark of the rebellion or something else, perhaps. It's like these barricades of giant spiked shields set up as well. Look like massive, gigantic tower shields that have just been formed into barricades. Some more of those red X's on banners and things here. Looks like there's been quite a battle here already. I didn't do this. This was already here. Yeah, it looks like something has cut their way through here, or a group of people, perhaps. Signs of the rebellion. So we came home expecting, you know, to return to a peaceful land, perhaps having, you know, reclaimed our name after purging the corruption, come back with the good news, settle down, you know, get a juicy reward or something maybe, have our exile crimes, forgiven, but looks like Oriath has its own problems. Check out that new mini-map, by the way. Oh, so good. So good. Been carving ourselves through the rather labyrinthian slave pens here. Looks like something more important is over here, so we'll probably head down this way from the looks of it. Can't get through here, it's all barricaded off, so we'll have to go around. As you run past, the little hatches get released and the purge hounds flood out, try and surround you. Look at these creepy dudes, man. This guy with this like bag over his heads and his bleeding eye holes cut out. What do they got on their other hand as well? I saw, oh, he's got like a short whip. Just give us a bit of a lashing, I suppose. Alright, looks like we've arrived at that large, like, tower building in the center here. And we have the mini-boss of this zone, Overseer Crow. So, he's got a lot of lightning action going on. So he does a whip which creates a ball lightning orb that just sits there and then explodes into a series of, like, molten strikes. And then he shoots out just a barrage of these projectiles that explode. Do these kind of zap you like ball lightning? They do, then they explode. They got pretty good lightning res. It doesn't seem to do too much damage. Am I evading some of those attacks? I'm not sure if they're counted as attacks or spells. That'd definitely be an attack though, since it's like Molten Strike. Doesn't seem like he's too hard here. This character's got enough power for this. Let me have a little bit of a close-up look at him. He's got one of those, like, Plague Doctor masks on as well, which are always, like, super creepy looking. Awesome. Let's take him out. There we go. We got him. Enter the Overseer's Tower. Ooh, a ladder is lowered down for us. Looks like the tower has been overtaken. And Crow was kicked out, and then we took care of him. Though he might have been pinning them in here, perhaps. So here we have the town for Act 5. Or the, I guess, the tower for Act 5. So I'll give you guys a taste of the ones... I'll give you guys a taster of the NPCs that have voice acting currently. Not all of them do just yet. But I'll give you guys a taster of the NPCs that have voice acting currently, but I'm not going to listen to all of their speeches just yet. You guys will be able to do that at launch.
Ha! After everything I've done, it took an Oriathan to get these slaves up off their shackled asses and fighting. I guess the Templar should have treated their lessers better than their slaves, eh? Well, I'm not about to turn down a gift from Kitava. If he wants slave and outcast to join hands, then let's remind these Templar that they're flesh and blood, just like us.
So Utula is kind of leading the rebellion somewhat and is at least arming them with weaponry. And he says that in order to really progress the fight forwards, we need to get into the Templar courts themselves. And to do that, we need someone's eyes. We'll have to take down Justicar Casticus and then rip out his eyes to use them to gain access to the High Courts, I guess. The ultimate goal being to slay the High Templar Arvarius, who's the source of the Templars' power.
Unlike these assorted ignorami, I'm not surprised to see you here. The beast is dead, all thanks to you, I suppose. I was listening to the beast's death rattles when these lunatics broke in, wrecked the place, and dragged me here to tend to their cuts and bruises.
So Valenta is a doctor, though perhaps somewhat more than that as well. And she's decided to help the rebellion, or at least she's going along with it. She sees the way things are shifting. She also knew that we had slain the beast before anyone else did as well, which is interesting. So Valenta wants us to find her miasmeter, which allows her to listen to the murmurings of Rayclast and to have a better understanding of what's going on in the background. And apparently it's been left in Piety's lab, so we get to visit Piety's home as well, which could be quite interesting. Alright, it's time to head out to the control blocks. Looks like we cross a bridge from the tower into the control blocks. Not sure how they're preventing Templars from attacking them across that bridge. I guess they just have a series of heavy gates which they can't really get through, if they don't have the keys. And here we have some slave catchers trying to round up the loose slaves, I guess, and a slave driver as well. Let's take a look. Looks like he uses a lightning version of Flame Surge, actually, which is pretty interesting. Slave catchers holding like an iron collar that you can like wrap around someone's neck. I wonder if we can jump through these gaps. Ah, we can. Shortcuts. There's all these guys actually fire nets out of their crossbow. And like, I guess crossbow bolts, a trio of crossbow bolts, but there's actual nets there. Slow you down, slow down your move speed. Don't fully restrain you, at least. I can probably jump up this gap here as well.
Come to me, exile.
Katarina, what are you doing here? I see an exclamation mark. Also, I think I can take a shortcut down there as well. I might take the stairs down. Looks like we've got some thaumaturgical devices here. Someone's been decorating their hideout. Some tortured slaves. But who's down here? What is down here? Ah, experimental supplies. And there's the miasmeter. Aha. We shall peer at these cosmic wonderments as they wake and writhe within that deep and nameless dark. Valenta, miasmeter, a thesis. I'm probably mispronouncing miasmeter. Miasmeter? Miasmeter. So we obtained that without too much trouble. Looks like one of those kind of body ones that you wave over. Maybe just wave it over the earth and you get to, you know, sense if there's any dark corruption going on, I guess. We'll go ahead and take it back to Valenta now.
I simply can't express how wondrous it is to see you. What? No, not you, exile. The miasmeter. The hope of humanity
Savage.
lies in this beautiful device and the precious knowledge it shall divulge. Far more useful than an accidental hulk of meat and instinct like yourself. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised to discover that your slaying of the beast correlates directly to the strife we must currently suffer.
She's quite disdainful of living creatures, it seems. Who's more interested in the greater picture. And she seems even concerned that our killing of the beast might be what has unleashed the tribulations that are being suffered now. And for our effort, we get a Book of Skill. Fantastic. Looks like there's a bit of a battle going here. Let's see if we can rescue some of the slaves. Nope, looks like they all died. Sorry, bro. I tried. I tried to save them. I don't know if you can or if you get any reward for doing so. I doubt it. They probably just live if you kill the enemies first. Ah. Oh. Sorry, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I just realized we got back to the top side of where we were before, so that's actually the slave pens down there, and we're in the control box above the slave pens. That actually makes a lot of sense. And this is where we encountered that guy earlier, who gave us the old, you know, I'ma get ya action, which, that's him right there. What the? What is that attack? He throws, like, just chunks of gore at you. Oh, what? He summons Blood Ravens. Looks like a fancy version of Summon Raging Spirits, perhaps. What is that, like, Blood Reeve ability? And what is he throwing there? It looks like a chunk of torso. All right, I wanna have a close-up look here. It looks like it shatters and then splits off into multiple projectiles. He actually spawns some wings himself and summons all these ravens. We can blow them up, so they are effectively like Summon Raging Spirits. Damn, this design is awesome. Too bad he can't hit me with that attack. Damn, cool looking dude. That's pretty gruesome. I like that. Let's take him out, shall we? He's reasonably tanky. Oh, when he actually hits, he hits pretty hard too. As I said, my character's fairly tough for this level. I'm using one of the pre-made characters here that is just useful in the alpha for people recording content or doing reviews and stuff. There we go. And then his eyeballs just pop out. Let me get up. Look at those things. Eyes blazing with holy flame, the pilgrims saw a great palace descend from the burgeoning sky, its gates barred against the unfaithful. Let's take the Eyes of Zeal, which we need to get into the High Court. And there they are. Look at those dangly suckers. Still attached. Cool. Alright. I assume there'll be an exit up here then. So we can get out into the city proper. There we go. Up the stairs. And double gates there, kind of like an airlock, stop any prisoners from escaping. And we're out into the Oriath Square. Hey, we got more snow! We got more snow. Alright, so that's not all the snow. There's a little bit of snowfall in here. Frightened citizens. You can kill them, but they don't actually attack you. What? Non-aggressive enemies. Check that out. We could just go around massacring citizens if you want. I wonder if we get XP for killing them. That seems like it'd be a little harsh. There's actually like these assassin guys here. Blackguard stalkers throwing daggers. Looks like they don't hurt too much. Yeah, no, their attacks don't hurt too much. Again, all stuff like damage values and stuff is all fully non-final at this point in the alpha. A lot of monsters probably even had the damage values just properly set yet. But look at these like just random civilians, they're just running. Honestly, if I get XP for killing him. Check him out, poor dude, just hiding in the corner. Please don't kill me, sir. Oh, man. Current XP, 857. No, you don't get XP for killing them. Just for the record, you only kill these guys if you just want to be a savage arsehole. I mean, they are kind of just innocent citizens. I don't know how innocent exactly. But, yeah, you don't get any reward for killing the helpless, unarmed civilians. Just for the record. I like that. That's a nice detail, actually. I mean, they're getting caught in the crossfire quite a bit. I guess we can't help that. Who have we got here? Some Templar wards. Okay, he uses a golden spectral throw and shield charge. He's got Fortify up as well. That's kind of cool. It looks like he's got Fortify linked to his shield charge. That's pretty awesome. It looks like these guys lead packs of the Oriath Enforcers, so they're probably like a higher ranker. And ooh, is it Blackguard Stalker, a high level one of these guys? Look, he does like a little, what? What is that ability? That's awesome. Did he just lay a trap? He did. EK mine, EK trap. Damn, cool. He does like a backflip and then just appears on top of you. And does a little like Reeve attack there. That's awesome. I like that he lays EK traps as well. That's pretty cool. You get to see him place it, but then they disappear, so you don't remember where they are. That's kind of neat. I reckon some of these mobs with some of these abilities are going to be pretty interesting in maps, I'm sure. So a bit of a fight up here. Some slaves have escaped and are fighting in the square up here. Oh, something hurts. mercilessly slaying the citizens. I feel kind of bad. I don't get anything for killing them, but it's just like force of habit, you know? You see an enemy and you're like, attack! I don't need to, but I can't help myself. Perhaps the corruption has manifested itself in the players. More, in the exiles more so than everyone else. So these guys aren't actually rares or anything, they just have a bubble effect on them. That's like one of their basic abilities. So there's a large stone bridge crossing the water here. Only partially frozen lake. Let's have a check around. Looks like this might be where we want to head. I'll tell you what, it's pretty awesome taking out Vengeance to Oriath. These guys are very satisfying to fight as well. Well, not the cannot die auras, but just these mobs in general are quite satisfying. It's nice fighting a lot of like kind of bulky and heavily armored and agile humanoids. It's kind of cool. We've got one of the rare leaders here. He's pretty fast. That shield charge is really zippy, check that out. Damn, running to like nasty rares of these guys in maps could be pretty heinous getting hit by those shield charges. It's really fast shield charge. Faster attacks, fortify shield charge. It's probably been learning from the exiles. Ooh! Ooh, the zoom out. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. This game can be zoomed out. Oh, to give you a bit of sense of scope of the size of the Templar courts, the game zooms out. I really like that effect. It's quite a nice visual effect there. Find High Templar Avarius and kill him. Now, before I head into the courts, which looks awesome, I'm going to head back to the tower because we did kill the other guy, and Lani has a reward for us. Looks like she offers a series of flasks as well. I'll take a silver flask, sure. And it looks like to enter here, we actually had to use the eyes. They were like a key to enter because I guess they got like some sort of divine eye reader, eye scanner that you have to hold the eyeballs up to the door in order to get access. Now, I have seen a bit of this before, but I just want to like really point out how awesome like these murals and things on the ground, and some of you'll see some stained glass windows and things like that. Like, this place is just beautiful. I love these like carpets and everything in here. Just really cool location. Got a bunch of Templar Justicars here. And Templar Guardian as well. Two-handed sword with Spectral Throw. Does he have any other abilities, I wonder? So he reached his hand out and did a little motion forwards like, come fight me. Damn, these guys look awesome. Damn, these massive packs of Templars. I love their white armor too. Those white cloaks over there, like silver and gold and red trimmed armor. They're big fellas too. Look at this guy compared to me, just like the sheer size of him. That reminds me of like Astartes or Space Marines from Warhammer 40k. Look at this massive lectern up here. What? It's so high. I mean, I guess they are High Templars. Ha ha ha. Oh, I'm sorry. Whoa, okay. These guys use like a golden Stormcall, a divine Stormcall. Who's this guy? The Templar Adjudicator. And a gold, awesome looking ball lightning effect too. And he just tries to whack you with his little gavel too. That's awesome. I love he's like got these awesome spells and just like take a gavel swing at you too. Look, it's like they stand up here and like pass judgment on the poor sap that's down in the chair below. There's actually some like bloodstains there as well, so I don't know if like some sort of justice was carried out in that chair itself. But I love the detail in this area. It looks awesome. There's another one of those carvings, but I just kind of ruined it a bit. Desecrated the High Court. Here's a large courtroom here. Damn, just imagine like sitting in this chair, looking all the way up there as this like massive figure just rains down justice on you. hurling divine abuse at you. Libraries, double stacked bookshelves. Damn, look at all these Templars. Whew. Get some more Blackguard Stalkers in here as well. In the employ of the Templars, I guess. Oh, love when those tunes kick in. Whoa, okay. These guys get a good surround on you, it can be a bit of a problem. They do a pretty decent amount of damage given how tanky my character is at this point. Alright, here we go. The Chamber of Innocence. This is what we've been looking for. Oh, this room is so cool. I know we're about to get into a fight, but I just want to have like a little bit of a look around first. Oh, we might not be to where the fight is happening, but look at these, man. That's so good. Damn. Looks awesome. Looks like we might have another zone to go before what I was expecting. We're not quite to our destination just yet. Whoa, what are these things? They look like... Oh, we've got some scholars here which use like a little incinerate effect, golden incinerate effect. I do like how all their like fire spells have been changed to this golden effect. Looks like these might be some tombs, perhaps. And these guys might be guarding them. But well, those flaming dudes, I want to get a closer look at one. Here we go. Prayer guards, extra fire damage, resist fire. Naturally. These guys look more like golems, like perhaps they're animated statues or something. They've got little fiery crowns, and in between like the sections of their body is just like holy fire holding them together. And like kind of these like gold, it looks like just like the fire showing through the cracks, I guess. Looks like they're just firing like throwing little fireball things at it, but they're really tiny little projectiles. Pretty awesome looking. Oh! I saw concept art for this. This looks so good. I gotta get like a close up of this. This statue is so cool. Damn, that is awesome. And the ray of light down on it as well. Wish I could read the text. That is awesome. Oh, here we go. That's what we're looking for. The Sanctum of Innocence. Oh, here we go. Alright. Okay. Let's do this. Damn, look at this arena. This is awesome. Look at these, like, statued guardians on either side as well.
The world must be cleansed of impurity.
And here is Avarius. You guys may have seen a bit of Avarius already. But what I played of this fight before was freaking awesome. I'm just gonna take a moment to show you guys some of his abilities and try and give you a close-up as well. Whoa, that hurts. Don't get hit by that thing. I kinda want my golem to stop chilling him. Let's take the golem out. Whoa, okay, those abilities hurt. He hits pretty hard with those abilities when he gets you. Alright, let's do this. Nope! Oh, he's summoned the statues here. Can I kill them? No, I think we just have to avoid him. Looks like he just became stationary here. Can we actually hide behind him? Okay, we can use him to block projectiles if we need to. Oh, we summoned another one. Oh, they disappeared. Alright, looks like he's summoned a bunch of golden ads now. Lightborn Faithful. Perhaps the souls of his servants or something. Throwing out like a lot of fireballs at me from looks of things. I don't think we can damage Avarius during this point. So just have to focus on the ads then. There we go. Statues moved back to the corners. Ooh, okay, here we go. This is what you want those statues for, that bullet hell mode. They can absorb the projectiles for you. So it's helpful to position those statues somewhere in the middle where you can get to them, because you actually get a bit of control over that. Based on where you're positioned, that's where the statue's going. And when the statue pauses, that's a good spot for you to be able to block that projectile. Hopefully I picked the right statue here. Alright, we're good. Because that's going to be a little tough to dodge. There we go, we did it. Oh. That wasn't even his final form. I mean, I had to, right? Whoa, okay. So he's got a bunch of slow-moving sparks. He does that when he does a little dash, okay. There's plenty of space to maneuver at least. Oh, that hurts, okay. Alright, we're gonna try and position that statue in the middle somewhere, I think. Okay, that's good. These two guys are in pretty good spots. Okay. So he's gonna do that. Whoa, okay. I'm just gonna let this statue attack me because I don't want to eat that beam. Seems like that's a good use of the statue there as well. Oh, that's okay. Let's use the statue. Gigantic Scorching Ray. I kind of want to test that. Whoa, that was a mistake. That's your like Malachi slam of this fight. Yeah, you don't want to be in that space. You can see the visual of as the center part encroaches outwards. That lets you know when it's about to explode. So you got a nice clear visual indicator on that. The design of that skill is like really nice. I like when really strong skills like that have like a really nice visual indicator. And you just have to blame yourself if you get hit by it. Got more bullet hell here. You have to move a little bit as the projectile passes. Ooh, and that hurts too, so you do want to be avoiding that. Okay, I'm just gonna go over here. Second phase gets a lot more interesting. Whoa, okay. Looks like he does a fast version of that slam too. Alright, projectiles. Damn, he's really tanky too. A single target's not amazing. It's hard to just sustain DPS on him too because there's so much going on. Alright, good, flash charges. I was just in need of some too. That's a lot of gold. Oh, there's unique prayer guards in here as well, thrown in with the ads. Alright, they disappear when the ad phase is finished though. Okay, we can kind of hook in close to him to get around him when he's doing that. That might be better. So he kind of raises his like a staff looking effect up as he does that, goes to do that slam. So So there is a nice indicator on that as well. He actually turns the other way. He's kind of smart. He's smarter than Piety. Okay, let's get out of that. Ooh, okay, that was close. Statue's not in the best place. Sorry, we can get a move out there a bit. I think I didn't run into that AoE at the same time. Ooh, that's not good positioning. It'd be helpful to be a little closer to him for that. Okay, I'm gonna use the statue here. Oop. Alright, we've almost got him down. Whoa! Okay. A bit of a close finish there. Whew. Aha! After defeating Innocence, Sin swoops down, and in an interesting twist, Sin has decided to ally with us and use our help, because well, it's kind of our fault, because after destroying the Beast and Malachi, we unleashed a great darkness upon the lands. And the Beast was also the power that was binding the gods, and without it, they're now free to roam once again. Now that was a pretty epic fight, but that is only halfway through Act 5. I'm gonna leave this part there. In Part 2, I will continue on, and it sounds like we might have to go deal with our mistakes. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this first look at Part 1 of Act 5. I'll be back with Part 2 very soon, so keep an eye out for it. That is it for now. I'm ZiggyD, and thank you very much for watching.